Hi, good day, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 Product Innovation Webinar. In the next 45 to 60 minutes, we would like to update you on the latest trends and product innovations for WoodWing Assets, Studio, Connect, and Scienta. My name is Tom Pijssel, and I'm responsible for product management within the WoodWing Group. I'm joined today by Reiner, Managing Director of WoodWing Scienta, Jouke, Product Manager for Digital Asset Management, Danny, Product Manager for Studio, and Jeff, Product Manager for WoodWing Connect. Let me quickly walk you through the agenda. So we will start with a small introduction to WoodWing before we dive into the features that were released in 2024 and initiatives that are planned for this year. We will continue with a product deep dive and end with a update on WoodWing Scienta. At the end, we have time reserved for Q&A. So if you have a question, please use the chat pane of Webinar Geek so that we can answer your questions at the end of the webinar. But let's dive into the challenge. So the rapid growth of digital channels and the ever-expanding flow of information, the rise of AI have all contributed to an ever-expanding ocean of content. So people are constantly creating, consuming, and processing content, often in a fast-paced, time-sensitive manner. It's their job to, on the one hand, manage these waves of content, while on the other hand, creating even bigger, more impactful ones. As shown in the picture on the screen, when you look out over the ocean from a distance, these waves appear calm and predictable. But when standing in the surf, what seemed like a manageable process from a distance can quickly become a tidal wave. So this ocean of content has resulted in a state of content chaos and inefficiencies. Customers who have not invested in technology to navigate these challenges face poor communication between internal and external stakeholders, slow knowledge transfer, and the use of outdated information. As a result, they experience error-prone, duplicate, and inconsistent work. We see that a lot of time is wasted in finding the correct information and ensuring brand consistency, or worse, that inconsistent customer journeys are offered. WoodWing helps customers to conquer this ocean by driving digital content transformation and powerful content workflows. For those that are new to WoodWing, we are a leader in the enterprise information management space and trusted by large global brands. To our intuitive and open SaaS solutions, our services and global partner network will liberate organizations from their content and information inefficiencies. We believe that if you take charge of your content, that you will unlock your people's full potential. But the WoodWing platform is more than WoodWing Assets and Studio, which enable you to create exceptional content at scale. It also includes WoodWing Extendis and WoodWing Scienta. Extendis is a so-called Enterprise Information Management System, or DMS, which allows you to manage highly sensitive documents like medical records, passwords, contracts, etc. WoodWing Scienta is a knowledge management system that contains all your internal knowledge, processes, and procedures. In today's webinar, we will focus on Assets, Studio, and Scienta. We often see that content is all over the place. Content is scattered over many different silos, clouds, persons, both internal and external, and different versions of the content are used in parallel. This leads to confusion, frustration, and business performance being impacted. More than often, unstructured workflows are being used. No one knows where we are in the process or which person to involve at the correct time. And worst of all the content is locked into a specific channel or silo. In practice, what we often see is that content does not really have a home. So by integrating solutions like Assets and Studio, content gets this safe home and users can seamlessly collaborate and can securely and reliably access the latest version of their content. This is also why we have launched WoodWing Connect. So this ensures you to get the most value out of the WoodWing products by integrating the WoodWing products into your IT landscape. So WoodWing Connect, that's the umbrella term for our newest integration options, enables you to connect with hundreds of applications and further optimize your content creation processes. WoodWing Connect goes beyond standard APIs, webhooks, plugins, because it also comes with a best-in-class iPaaS solution, so integration platform as a service called Workato. To achieve this seamless integration, we need to think beyond mere connectivity and focus on the bigger picture, how all these elements come together to create a truly optimized workflow. This brings us to the ultimate goal, content orchestration, a state in which people, tools, and processes work seamlessly together to plan, create, manage, and distribute content. We are working with a lot of different customers over a wide spread of verticals to reach a state of content orchestration. Each vertical is unique, but shares similar content and compliance challenges. To name a few, how to create engaging content at scale, how to do this with a cross-functional team, how to ensure brand consistency across teams and territories, and how to ensure the correct version of your content is published. And you need to do this at scale. Think of the content velocity of producing a newspaper, working with large editorial teams, or having to manage the product repository of a large retailer. All of this while respecting users' rights, copyrights, and privacy rights, and making sure that compliance is an integral part of your process. So the WoodWing platform continues to evolve and new capabilities are added frequently. So last year, we brought you in-app photo and video editing for assets. We worked on the platform and actually we combined the power of Assets, Studio, and Scienta into a new base layer for the new platform. We've launched the integration marketplace. Jeff will tell you more about that. And we released the first version of content collaboration, which offers seamless collaboration on the content. For Scienta, we have released the ability to create custom objects, which are structured informations like risks and contracts. And we released an AI handbook, which help customers to implement AI within their organizations in a responsible way. But for 2025, we have much more that we are going to bring to market. Our first one is Assets 10, our next cloud-native iteration of Assets. Jouke is going to show you more on that one. AI assistance, of course. So how can AI help you, for example, in the copy editing or the copy fitting process? Layout automation. So how can we, through smart algorithms and AI, help customers to further optimize their print workflow? And lastly, creative editing. So creating flyers and leaflets directly from assets. But let's zoom in on some of the details of the roadmap. So the main focus for the DAM team is on Assets 10. So bringing that product to market and work on features like the studio integration and front-end plugins. The creative editor and content collaboration, I already mentioned that. And the last one is AI-powered search. So towards the end of the year, we would like to explore the potential of AI-powered or natural language search within assets. And this is what the Assets 10 roadmap and planning looks like. So, as you might know, WoodWing Assets is the combination of the WoodWing Studio technology combined with the Assets 6 technology. So for 2025, we are focusing on the studio integration, content integrations, taxonomies, and the trash can. one. So for Studio, one thing to highlight is the print layout automation. So the whole goal of this project is to create an algorithm that can create geometrical information where to automatically place articles and their images, ensuring brand alignment and minimizing manual adjustment. So basically removing the need for manual copy fitting. And I know that I run over the slides quickly. This is just to highlight what we're doing. In the next part of the webinar, we will go into more details. For Connect, it's all about moving internal integrations to external integrations. This makes it a lot easier to manage your integrations and to quickly update, for example, your Studio backend to the latest version without constantly having to worry about your integrations. And we are extending our list of pre-built integrations. Also, we're going to release a Workato recipe pack that can replace Smart Mover functionality. And lastly, Scienta. So here we're going to work on the ability to share custom objects. We're also going to work on AI assistance. So this is also similar to the use case that we're looking into for assets. So using natural language search really to make it very easy to answer and the questions that you have. And lastly, document lifecycle improvements. So this is a continuation on an initiative that we've done last year. And it allows us to add features like article proposals and review before publish. But let me now hand you over to Jouke, who's going to give an update on WoodWing Assets.
Thank you, Tom. Hello everybody. So I will begin by highlighting the key updates for Asset 6 in 2024. So we have been working on the external processing. External processing API has been released. With this API, the generation of previews and thumbnails for certain file types can be offloaded to an external processing engine. Users now also have the options to keep or replace original metadata values when checking in or replacing a file. We have added the photo editor to our Asset 6 cloud. New IPTC metadata properties have been introduced, and we made significant improvements to the overall stability and performance of Asset 6. Let's talk about Asset 10. So we have been working on Asset 10, so the next evolution of our DAM product, which will replace the Swivel brand. It features a completely redesigned interface, offers several enhancements like mobile-friendly share links, improved metadata management, like Tom told, an in-app photo and video editing. It will integrate with our new WoodWing Identity service, and with the Identity service, we enable single sign-on to Asset 10. The product is currently available to a select group of customers, with a broader rollout planned very soon. And I will demonstrate the new product in a video shortly. Let's talk about the plans we have for Asset 10 in the coming year. So we will introduce a more advanced WoodWing agent, an asset agent. In addition to the photo and video editor, also a new in-app design editor will be released. Content collaboration will be added. It's now available in the Studio products. And we will work on the integration between Asset 10 and Studio. Danny will talk more about both things later. Front-end integrations will be enabled with the front-end integrations in Asset 10. You can add panel and action plugins. So those will be possible. And also the support for metadata taxonomies is on the roadmap for this year. So a lot of exciting developments are coming to Assets 10 this year. Now let's watch an 8-minute pre-recorded video showcasing some of the exciting features of Assets 10.
Hello, I would like to introduce and demonstrate the latest version of our Assets product called Assets 10. We have completely redesigned our DAM product to meet the latest design standards. The redesign isn't just about aesthetics, it's about delivering an intuitive and powerful user experience. In this demo, I will walk you through the enhanced features and modern look and feel of Assets 10. Let me start with showing the improvements we made to the metadata panel. We now provide a clear and interactive preview of the selected file. You can search through all the metadata fields. So now when you enter windmill, you see all the metadata fields that have a match. And we allow users to rearrange the order of the metadata fields and the category to suit their workflow. For example, if I now would like to start with file as the top category in the metadata panel, I just drag and drop the whole category. And also within the category, you can change the order of the individual metadata fields. The same process of rearranging the order of metadata fields is also possible in the filter panel. So here you can select the metadata field and change the order. In the different views, so now I'm in the dump view, here I can drag and drop the whole category, or within the category, the individual metadata fields. And this is possible also in the list view, item view, and film strip view. Talking about the list view, the new list view in Assets 10, it's much more condensed and therefore a lot more files can be displayed at once. And another improvement we made is that we have introduced a dark mode. Okay, now I would like to talk about our mobile-friendly share links. In Assets 10, when a share link is opened on a mobile device, the design automatically changes so it fits nicely to the user's screen. So let me first demonstrate how the new share link design looks when opening a share link on a desktop machine. So this is the new share link design when opened on a desktop. And now, if I now would open the share link on a mobile device, so what you see here, you see that the design is completely changed. So it fits nicely to a mobile screen size. This concludes the demonstration of the changes we have made to the design of Assets. So now let's talk about two new features that we have added to the product. In Assets 10, users can now access photo editing and video editing tools directly from within the product. Let's start with the photo editor. So when selecting an image, users can now select the option Edit in Photo Editor. The photo editor isn't meant to replace more advanced photo editing software like Photoshop, but it helps streamline light photo editing tasks, making it ideal for social and digital channels. So now we are in the photo editor. So on the left side, you have different options. So let's start with showing the cropping capability. So you now are able to easily crop the image. You can apply filters. There are some standard filters. You can individually change the color, the brightness, the saturation, etc. of the image. You can adjust a focus point. There are frames, so you can add a frame to the image. You can add a text overlay, and there are other multiple options. So, for example, a standard text design or stickers, and there's also a brush to remove parts of the image. You can save the file, so you can save it, then it's saved as a version, but you can also create a completely new file. So let's save as
a version. So now you see this is the new and latest version of the file, but we still have the original file as well. Okay, this concludes the demonstration of the photo editor. So let's now demonstrate the video editor. When users select a video file, so an MP4 file, they have the option Edit in Video Editor. And with the video editor, they have access to tools, designs for editing and enhancing videos. Again, directly from the interface of Assets 10, no need to install local software. Also, same with the video editor as with the photo editor, no replacement of more advanced tools like Adobe Premiere, but very capable of creating nice videos for social media, for digital channels, all directly from the browser. So let me demonstrate the video editor. So now I'm in the video editor. So at the bottom, you have a timescale where you can see the entire video. Here you can edit the video, you can trim the video, you can remove a part you don't like, you can change the overall volume, you can add animations to the video, you can add an additional video and combine the two videos in one new video. You can upload files from your local machine to the video project. You can upload or select files from Assets 10, the DAM system, and use those files in the video editor. So let me add this image to the video, which is saved in the DOM. Let's add an additional photo to the video. We can add a nice introduction text. You can save the project so you can work on the project for later. So reopen the project and then add additional images, text, etc. Or you can save the video and then you are creating a new MP4 video file. There are a lot of capabilities of the whole video editor. So the video editor comes now with Assets 10. All the users can try out and test it themselves. Over to Denny.
All right. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be jumping into WoodWing Studio and taking a look at some of the features that we've added in the previous year. Looking first at our continuous improvements, we have, of course, added Adobe CC 2024 in the last year. That was both for Studio, for InDesign, and of course, InDesign Server. We also added support for Smart Style CC 2025. We are actively continuing to work on Adobe CC 2025. Ooh, looks like our slides jumped for a second there. Let me move that on back. And we also have been working on Studio. We have added full screen layout preview, both inside of the grid and inside of publication overview. We added a Chrome extension update to support Manifest v3, which was a new standard inside of the Chrome extension store. We've added some support for archiving, enhanced file management, and lastly, we've added some security updates around stricter passwords and custom property management. So if you're wanting to add additional custom metadata fields, we make sure that you add one and then the next one and not try to add them both at the same time, which can put things in a very strange state. Besides that, we have also added a lot to Studio application itself. So I'm going to jump into a demo here and show you some of those features that we've added. We'll explore the latest features and enhancements in WoodWing Studio for 2025. This year's updates continue to empower your team to work smarter and create with greater precision. Let's dive into what's new. Tables. I'm going to navigate to create a table component inside of my digital article. To do that, I am first going to find my potential table. Once I find that location, I'm going to select the orange plus icon and then select a new area where it says Data. From here, I select the chart icon. Once I select the option, I open the right-hand side panel to open my component properties. If you click on Create Data Visualization, this will open the Infogram application directly inside of Studio. Infogram will prompt you to create an account or log in if you have not already done so. If you have previously logged in, your sign-in information will be remembered and connect directly. Inside of Infogram, I can create a table from new information or upload information into Infogram. By default, Infogram will show you some pre-filled information to show you the best possible format for the text. We can directly edit this information, delete it, or even override it by uploading a new file. I'm uploading an Excel file from my desktop into Infogram. When I do so, I can now see an HTML-rich responsive table embed. I can change the table styles with colors, fonts, formats to create the appropriate design. When I'm happy with the look of my table, I select the Insert option and it will place the table inside of my article. When you publish the article, you now have complex data displayed in a clear and concise manner. Infogram has more than just table formats. This is one of the reasons why we were so happy to work with them. If you want a pie chart, a map, or an infographic, this can all be done inside of the Infogram chart component. For example, if I am going to upload an Excel file, if I navigate back to the chart settings, you can change the chart type. If I navigate to Settings and select Change, you'll see many options. There are a variety of different options for how your information can be displayed. For a full list of examples and resources, we highly recommend looking at Infogram's website. Comments. To help make commenting easier, we've added the Comments panel in the sidebar of Studio. With this, users can manage comments by adding, editing, deleting, or resolving them. Select a file anywhere in Studio. In the toolbar on the right-hand side, click the Comments icon to open the Comments panel. Click Create New Comment. Comments that are resolved are moved to a separate tab in the Comments panel. They are still accessible, but are less visible. Comments that have been resolved can be made active again. Simply navigate to the Resolved tab, select the resolved icon, and move the comment back to the active tab in the Comments panel. We've also integrated the @mention feature directly into the comment panel. Here's how it works. Start by typing the @ with any comment or reply. This will prompt a drop-down list of relevant users, displaying each user's full name rather than their username. For example, I would be Danny instead of D. Lehue or D. Wolf. As you type additional letters after the @ the list filters to show the closest possible matches, with the first name taking priority over the last. The drop-down list updates in real time, reflecting exact display names. Use the arrow keys or mouse to scroll through the list and press Enter, or click Select a User. Once chosen, the selected name appears directly in your comment. After a user is tagged with an @mention, they'll receive a badge notification that brings their attention to the comment. No need to sift through multiple files to find it. Every @mention and reply gathers in the Activity Hub, a central location where all routed files and updates are viewable in one organized space. Clicking on the badge opens the Activity Hub. Within the hub, you'll see a display showing all comments routed to you, starting with the most recent. Each notification includes context, such as the comment type, whether it was a mention, reply, resolved, or unresolved, and a preview of the original comment. To respond or view a thread, simply click on View Thread. Additionally, a Go to File option lets you jump directly to the originating file, making it easier to verify file-specific details, such as metadata, without losing your place. You can filter the comments in the feed to show only unread notifications, or you can mark individual notifications as read or unread as needed. To mark everything at once, select Mark All as Read at the bottom of the panel. One of our newest initiatives is the Technology Preview Group. This group is focused on exploring various tasks where AI and large language models can assist in improving workflows and increasing efficiency. As part of this initiative, we have introduced several technology previews that are available within WoodWing Cloud. In Studio's digital editor, we've added AI Assistant to the panel on the right. The goal of this panel is to make revising and editing articles easier. One of its features is a preview tool that can help generate title suggestions for articles. By selecting this option, the assistant will provide a variety of options, including SEO-friendly titles, short print-friendly titles, or more descriptive ones, depending on your needs. Additionally, you can use the AI assistant to create social media descriptions for posts tailored to your content. The tool also includes a copy editing feature, which checks your article for grammar, brevity, cliches, readability, and coherence. By selecting this option, the AI will provide feedback to help refine and enhance your content. At all times, the editor or writer remains in the driver's seat and may choose to use or reject the suggestions. CopyFit. The next feature we'll explore is CopyFit functionality. This tool is designed to assist writers and editors in refining content within Studio's print editor, particularly when working with overset text. To use the CopyFit feature, navigate to the Plugins menu in the top right corner and select CopyFit. The system will then analyze the article, identifying longer sentences or areas where the text could be trimmed. Once this process is complete, a panel appears allowing users to review suggested edits on a sentence-by-sentence basis. The key aspect of this feature is that it keeps the editor or writer in full control. While the tool provides recommendations, it's ultimately up to the writer to decide what changes to accept or modify. Additionally, within this panel, users can continue making manual edits, for instance, if a word is removed. The writer can reintroduce it before finalizing the text. We also recognize that many users are interested in bringing this functionality into InCopy, and we're actively working on that solution. Since InCopy operates differently from Print Editor, we're adopting CopyFit feature to work seamlessly within its environment. Currently, we are testing an AI-powered copyfitting tool that leverages the native track changes functionality. This allows users to view all proposed edits at once, navigate through the article, and accept or reject the AI suggestions as needed. This enhancement ensures that writers and editors maintain complete visibility and control over their content while streamlining the editing process. Our goal is to incorporate this functionality into the Studio roadmap for a full release. However, at this stage, these features are available exclusively as technology previews in the cloud. We are actively gathering feedback from users who are testing these capabilities to refine and optimize them before a broader deployment. This ensures that the final features are as effective and valuable as possible for our customers. All right. So, just a quick look at what we're actively working on inside of Studio. As mentioned by Yoka, we are looking at connecting Studio and Assets, so we're revising some functionality. Right now, we're exploring the Used In panel inside of Assets. This will show you if an image is currently used inside of Studio, where it might be. You might want to jump to it. We're taking a look at making this panel a bit more user-friendly and serving our customers' needs a bit better. We're also taking a look at comments inside of Assets 10. So we're adding comments. The same panel that you have seen inside of Studio, we're bringing that into Assets so that people can start commenting and collaborating a little bit better. And then our last topic, Tom, I'll pass this to you.
Thank you. Yes, that's print layout automation. So by leveraging AI search technology, print layout automation analyzes past human-created designs and suggests the best layout for the content at hand. And the module is going to work or combine so-called blueprints. You see that on the top right. These are the various ways that you can divide a page into the individual articles. We think that you need around 50 to 60, 70 blueprints. And then within the blueprints, you can place the article shapes. And there we expect that you can have 1,000 or more different shapes. Some of those shapes come from your templates. A lot of the shapes will be created by your content teams organically and then added to your repository. So every day you have more shapes to choose from. The algorithm will automatically place the blueprints and the shapes and use the right shape for the content in hand to ensure that you don't have to copy fit the content afterwards. We are first targeting newspapers, but we already see that a certain class of magazine pages also could use this workflow. So if you have pages with multiple smaller articles on a page or a spread, then also this solution will work. In the future, we'll also go to look into multi-spread magazine kind of content, but that requires more or different algorithms. And with that, we're going to hand you over to Jeff.
Good day, everybody. My name is Jeff Gapp. I'm the product manager for WoodWing Connect. And as this slide is kind of an overview of what WoodWing Connect is. It's a grouping of APIs, webhooks, the iPaaS solution known as Workato, is really the name Connect serves as an umbrella over the top of those toolings. Now, we use those tools, as we'll see in a moment, to be able to go ahead and create things like our pre-built integrations. These integrations were the focus for 2024. We started 2024 with 2. And so we spent the vast majority of the year building out these pre-built integrations. This is not the continuous list of items or the complete list of items. We'll talk about how you can see those. But these are items that we've released and we're very proud of. We also spent 2024 really working on some studio items, which are changes to webhooks. We'll see where that is here in a moment, and etc. So the big thing that's happened in early 2025, but was worked on for the latter half of 2024, was an integrations marketplace. So in 2024, we built a variety of integrations, right? But we wanted to get the message out about what we were doing. And so the integrations marketplace really is a way of communicating, not only for WoodWing, but for our partners, the availability of the different kinds of integrations that are provided by both WoodWing and by our partners. There's a lot of really good stuff out there. And we wanted a place to be able to talk about that, where customers could go and get some ideas about what's available. The goals, of course, with a pre-built integration and integrations that are provided are things like simplified implementation, making it faster to get to the goal that you have, scalable, right? Providing the automated workflows that you're looking for, and of course, the PBIs themselves, along with the partner integrations, also offer continuous innovation, right? It's not something, the PBIs and the integrations we have are not something that are static. We continue to listen to our customers and add features and functionality to those integrations as we move forward. There's a URL at the bottom of the slide where you can actually visit woodwing.com/integrations-marketplace. Go take a look and then let us know what you think of what's available there. And of course, reach out to us if you have questions or want to talk about something or even have a demo of these items. This next slide is really here to talk about 2025. So the real, if you think about Studio, one of the things that we're working on heavily is changing the webhook model. We're still going to be delivering webhooks out of Studio, but we're going to be providing more information, more actionable information in those webhooks. So the first one, and really probably the biggest one, is changed properties, right? This idea of finding out in the webhook what the previous values were for the asset and what the new values are. So you can perform operations, whether you're doing that through Workato, the iPaaS solution, or you're doing that through a service provided by a partner, whatever it may be. It's just providing more information to be able to do more actions and things around the items you're getting. We also have some pre-built integration candidates. We're working with Pixometry, Cordium, of course, DeskNet. Well, of course, doing more integration with our own toolings in the WoodWing group of Scienta and Extendis, and also a PIM integration, right? Figuring out what's the best tool out there we can integrate with. Right now, we actually provide a PBI that actually helps support PIM integration through either Excel or Google Sheets, right? Passing data into those things and then passing that data to whatever the destination system might be. So we're pretty excited about where we're going in 2025. And the next item here is we're going to do a little bit of a demo and then play the video right now. Hi, everybody. My name is Jeff Gapp, and I am the product manager for WoodWing Connect. In this video, we're going to show an example of sending an image from the WoodWing Assets DAM over to CloudFront. The idea here, of course, is that we want to be able to use that image in some other tool like a CMS. Maybe we want to use it in a social media environment. Maybe we're going to use it for online product display. Whatever the reason you might do it, it's very easy here. So in this case, we're looking at WoodWing Assets, and we have a selected image of a Chevrolet Corvette. And what we're going to do is very simply come over here to this public metadata field, and we're going to set this field to true. And when we do that, the pre-built integration takes over. It sends the tool or the asset over to the CDN, and it displays this URL here. We're going to go ahead and copy that URL, and we're going to switch over to a CMS, WordPress in this case, and we're going to insert from the URL. We paste in the image, and there we are. So now we've displayed the image within the CMS, and we can continue with the work of creating our content. Now, there's a couple of different ways of handling getting an image out of CloudFront. One could be immediate. So for instance, we could say here, just set this back to empty, and in a moment, the URL here will disappear. We also have a way of using publishing dates, or in this case, an expiration date, to be able to remove the image based on some time factor. This will allow you to replace the image in the article that you might have used it in, whatever the case may be. So in this case, we've used assets to send an image over to a CDN, which is CloudFront, and then deliver the image via the URL to whatever CMS you want. Thank you for your time. Very good. So if you have any questions about that or any of the other PBIs, of course, please feel free to reach out to us in a variety of ways that you can do that. Now, next up, we've got Reinder, and he's here to talk about why a quality management system might be your best colleague. Reinder, take it away.
Thank you, Jeff. A quality management system. Wow. I'm guessing not many of you woke up this morning thinking, I wish I had a quality management system in my life. But bear with me. I promise this is more exciting than it sounds. Picture this. It's Monday morning. Your team is about to roll out an important update, and suddenly someone asks, I think there's a mistake. I think we made a mistake. Are we following the latest procedure? And you pause and you know it's documented somewhere, but where? A shared drive, an email from last week, a printed manual sitting on someone's desk. And these small situations, these small questions happen every single day. And they slow down teams, introduce errors, and create small frustration. But what if your team has someone, and of course not you, but someone that always had the answer, one that never takes a break, never forgets, and is always up to date? And meet Scienta. Scienta is not just software, it's your smart digital colleague. the one who always knows how things work, where to find things, and what needs, and that's also very important, what needs to happen next. And how it works, there's one source of truth. All the company knowledge, really all the company knowledge, every procedure, every work instruction, all the HR manuals, all the compliance standards, all your assets, everything in one place. Always up to date and always accessible. And when something changes, your entire team knows it immediately. It's like having a super organized team member who knows everything. And this is also very nice exactly when you need it. So let's rewind to that Monday morning scenario. Now, instead of scrambling for answers, your team member asks Scienta and instantly finds the latest instruction or the latest information. No conflicting versions, no wasted time. So work move faster, smoother, and with less mistakes. And why does this matter for everyone? I think, for example, with new employees, they get instant access to need to know or crucial information. So there's a faster onboarding. There are no outdated instruction anymore or conflicting procedures. And maybe this is also very important for many companies. You stay ahead of industry regulations or other quality standards in your vertical or branch. And this is what I like the most. Employees can focus on their task and not searching for information. So the best organizations don't just document knowledge, but they ensure it's used. And that's why Scienta is at the heart of your organization. Scienta is not just about documentation, about the boring quality management systems. That's not Scienta. It's about empowering teams. Whether you're in operations or sales or marketing or customer success or HR, IT, compliance, the management team, it ensures everything runs smoothly. It's one unified platform for knowledge and quality. And here's a quick story about a customer to show you the real impact. It's a really large, for the Netherlands, a really large service-based company with over more than 100 locations in the Netherlands. And they faced a major challenge. Outdated procedures led to inefficiencies, a lot of customer complaints, but also some really serious legal risk. A few years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, they implemented Scienta. And now, no more where do I find this, because employees can quickly access the right procedure, but also the onboarding, and they have a lot of new hires. Onboarding is so much more made easy. And when you look at the impact, in the first 6 months, it even surprised us, to be honest. In the first 6 months alone, they've over 300,000 forms, that's a specific part within the software, were processed with Scienta without a single bottleneck. 300,000 forms in a single organization. What I said before, even we were surprised. But it is a perfect example of a big impact of Scienta. And where WoodWing, the WoodWing Assets Studio, Swivel, the products are about creating and managing content, and designing and editing, etc., etc. But what happens beyond content creation? And that's exactly where Scienta comes in. It's really the bridge between the content and the process. And it's also good to know that we as Scienta, we also provide ready-to-use frameworks like ISO 9001. That's everything about your organization. Or 27001. That's everything about security, a big topic at the moment. Or even another hotter topic, AI governance, a really hot topic at the moment. And those frameworks are really true kickstarts. Just instant access to the right policies and even the best practices. Those are best practices of other customers. Let's have but before we dive into the last part, I think there is a question. Oh yeah, there's an let's start with a quick question. So how much time do you or your team spend searching for the right information, procedure, compliance documents, etc., etc.? Let's see what the room thinks. So thank you all. It's really interesting, and I will end the interaction. Thank you very much. Very interesting, because if your answer was more than a few minutes, and there were a lot of answers more than a few minutes, if your answer was more than a few minutes, then it's time to rethink how knowledge flows in your organization. And we as Scienta can really help you to create a system where the right knowledge flows seamlessly through your organization. Anyway, if you want to see it in action, contact me or one of my colleagues for a quick demo, or also very important, start an internal conversation and ask your team, hey, what if we had a system that's helping us, our team works smart, that's helping our team work smarter every day. And wrapping it all up, are you ready to meet your smart digital colleague? So that's it for me. And now to guide us through the Q&A, I'll hand it over to Tom.
Yes, thank you, Reiner.
I'm going to jump in right away because I've had a lot of questions about technology previews. So I'll try to answer all of those at once. Technology previews. Think of it a little bit like a beta release. It's not our final code. It's not our final version. And we're still subject to making small changes and gathering feedback on what those are. So right now, it's not fully inside of our core product, but we absolutely want to add it to our roadmap, and we're planning on doing that later in the year. These technology previews are only available inside of WoodWing Cloud. The reason being is so that we can quickly make deployments, we can quickly make changes based on the feedback that we're getting from our customers. So we needed that very fast release cycle. As far as where this will be deployed inside of the end goal, and if it's going to be available on premise, that official decision has not been made yet, because right now we're still in that early beta phase, gathering everyone's feedback to make sure that everything is what it needs to be. More than likely, these will be cloud only, but we cannot promise that at this moment. And I think I've got everyone's answers on technology preview. Oh, last one.
So
Go.
one addition to that, Danny. So you said beta. This means that from not all the functionality might be there, but it is production ready. So that's important to state. So you can use these features in production. So what's available today? The AI assistant is available today. The copy fitting, that's something that we're working on. We plan to have this available towards the end of the quarter.
Also, on that note, for our customers who are in the cloud who want to be testing with these, please reach out to your account manager, and we'll make sure that we get that implemented for you and you can start testing and working with it. That is it for me.
I got a question on will Asset 10 replace Asset 6? Yes, at a certain point Asset 10 will replace Asset 6, but we have not set an end of life date for Asset 6. So we do expect that in the coming years most customers will move to the WoodWing Cloud. So also there we're going to put our focus towards. But rest assured that we will continue to support you on-premise as well as in the cloud. Then we got a question on the tables inside the digital editor. So out of the box, all users can create up to 10 tables with Infogram. If you need to create more, of course, want to create more, then of course you need a subscription with Infogram. Browsing through the questions. So if you have any questions, please use the chat bot on the right side of the screen. I think these were most of the questions. Yeah, so if you're interested to explore one of the technology previews, please reach out to us, and then we can activate it on your environment, and together we can explore the full potential of AI. With that, I would like to thank you all for your attention. It has been a quick run through all the things that we're doing. If you want to learn more, please follow our newsletters and social communication, where we will share all the updates the coming year. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon in person. Thank you.